Hey everyone, welcome to this lesson. In the previous one, we animated the pendulum. Remember? Here you can see the results. What we are going to do this time is animate the disc using another Xpresso expressions, okay? Okay, perhaps the pendulum swings too much. Go to the Xpresso panel. We're going to open it by clicking on this icon. A window opens up. And if you click on Range Mapper, we'll be able to tweak the output parameters to change the movement. Set it to -60 and 60. Now, the movement is slower. This way we'll be able to work easily, I think. Cool. This being said, let's start working with the disc. Right-click on the disc, go to Cinema 4D tags and Xpresso to add a tag. Then drag the disc to the Xpresso panel. Okay, what we are going to do now is quite similar to what we did before with the pendulum. First, we need to determine the disc's rotation. In this case, it will rotate along the p-axis. Right-click on the disc element on the blue box, then coordinates, rotation, and rotation P. We also need a time node, as before, in order to establish a specific time for the disc's rotation. So, new node, Xpresso, general, and time. There it goes. Then new node, Xpresso, calculate, and range mapper. That indicates what's going to happen. And the next step is connect all the three nodes. Like that. Perfect. We did it with the pendulum as well. Open the Range Mapper panel and within the Output Range pop-up menu, select the degree option. That's it. As we did before, okay? Here below are the degrees. Now hit play. Okay, it rotates, right? Change the degrees, for example, to 45. And then set output upper to 225 degrees, corresponding to the second time the pendulum goes through the disc's hole. Then go to input upper and set it to 3, as before. Press play. And you'll see it's synchronized, right? Cool. Let's go to display and deactivate the go out shading lines and activate the regular go out shading to hide the lines. What we are going to do now is check if the disc's hole corresponds to the pendulum movement and shape. Have a look. Here, the pendulum goes through, but doesn't fit in completely. See? It's likely to collide. Activate the modulo, and let's have a look now. Okay. Actually, the problem didn't disappear, so we need to adjust it manually. How? Well, by modifying the frames little by little. This way, we'll be able to precisely adjust the movement. At this point, just before going through the hole, it is slightly set to the right. Can you see it? So, open the Xpresso editor by clicking on the cone and then click on Range Mapper and modify this parameter in order for the pendulum to fit in the hole properly. We can also go to disk, well, much better, control the frames, and check when the pendulum is in the middle. Another option is going to the right view and make sure the thread is exactly in the middle. Tweak the frames until get it that position. Okay, that's it. Between the frame 23 and 24. Any of them is okay. So back to what I was saying. In the Range Mapper Properties panel, we can modify the spline to fit in the pendulum. Okay? So keep modifying until getting the expected result. Go again to, okay, as I said, we can modify the spline to get the movement we are looking for. Now go back again to the keyframe 0 and check that everything works fine. We see that it swings to fine, but it collides when it comes back. Let's check if there's a problem with the spline. Okay, let's put it in the middle. Okay, and check that everything fits in. Okay, perfect. It goes through perfectly. Okay, let's check it again. Perfect. Well, here we need to modify the position again. See? So go to the spline again and move the spline. So that it goes through perfectly. That's it. Perfect. So guys, by just modifying this parameter, we can synchronize the elements. See? Lastly, we are going to add a cylinder in the central part of the disk, like a sort of axis. It's just to decorate the scene. Make it bigger, okay, and narrower. Great. So guys, we've finished the animation, yes. Now save the scene, and in the next lesson we'll be exporting this animation to KeyShot, where we'll be working with the lights and colors. Okay, so see you there.